is video 3, and I'm not gonna go back and give the background. You really, if you want to know what's going on, you really should go back and look at. I've got a whole bunch up there, but the last two in this one will tell you. You need background on it. If I give background, it takes up all. I only have 10 minutes on it. I will say this, I wrote about mind control murders. I'd worked for doctors. One of them was U.S. Congressman Larry McDonald, and I was almost killed, and I'm sure he was part of that. I had antifreeze put in me. The book never got published. I had a letter from the FBI, U.S. Attorney Harper, June the 23rd, 79. Ongoing investigation, national security involved. I had the antifreeze put in me April the 1st of 80, illegally taken across the state line. I should have died. And every crime in the book committed against me. I worked for the district attorney, Fred Simpson, there in, so it gets into the name game, as in Simpson was supposed to marry my father, which was a lie. But I'm going to leave it at that. I was given the name, I was kidnapped in 41. I'm legal heir to the British Crown, and I'm not going to go into all that. I am the legal heir, in court and all. So they took down a beautiful man. My Uncle George the Illegal Six with Roosevelt, who appointed the Kennedy clan to help kidnap me, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Bilderbergers that control your press. The very people that kidnapped me are the ones that nobody's going to tell it. This is Elizabeth Part. She's illegal. She's spending my money, and I'm living on the Appalachian Trail, starving and freezing in the side of the road. And everybody loves her. So I'm not going to go any further. Larry Flynt was part of the mind control. The person that was programmed to shoot Mr. Flynt and kill his attorney was programmed, just like the one that shot Governor George Wallace when he ran for president. And by the way, this woman was there in Laurel, Maryland, with him working in the campaign. But I want to say this. Governor Wallace did not like her. She pushed her away, and now this is going to go off. This is me after they kidnapped me. And this family's dressed up. I never saw them look like that before. They didn't have cars. They left the pigsty out that was over to the side. You can see the floors all. So it was hell. There's no other word but hell. So now I wrote about mind control murders. Warren and Rosina Matthews at Piedmont Hospital, forensic pathologist killed. They were one of the cases. It was tried in Cobb County. One of the people was, the woman was under hypnosis. They retried it, and then they even changed the whole scenario. I lived there. I saw it. I know. Larry Flynt was shot March the 6th of 78. I was doing the book living at Moonraker Apartments off Delk Road, Powers Ferry Place. And I'm going to tell you this, those were the only fancy place I've ever lived, and they were nice. Sunken fireplace den. They were owned by Penthouse, who sold it to the Mormon church out of Utah. Well, that gets into genealogy. It's like a puzzle, and I find out who I am, and I go down this journey where everybody, I tell about what they've done to me, and they want me dead. So now then, I was telling about going back to the FBI, and I'll try to leave out, I'm on the street again. My jobs were blocked. And I go back, and the agent, it wasn't Sajak. Who came out? I don't know the agent's name that came out now, because I was still having the effect that you don't cure yourself of. In fact, I should have died, really. I mean, there's no way I should have lived with antifreeze put in me. Lois Pearson and company and the doctors. God knows who else got in on it. But he yawned. The FBI agent saw me. He yawned and said, you know what people do with what you're telling them? You bore them. It's only when they find how it affects them that they care. Well, the other time I went back, I just told that on the other, was to the FBI after then, and it was about this time span that this agent, I saw him. And again, I'm on the street. I was over there at the Wayne Williams, and there's a connection to that, the programming, Mary Welcome, and the CIA, Mark came in and took over the trial, and nobody seems to wonder about it, you know. But anyway, I was over there and I called an agent who I thought all that time was Agent Michael Ken. Well, it wasn't even him come out. So this is the way they've made it. But he came out and with Sajak, and they circle, and they just told me to come down and they'd see me. And they'd give me a letter, June the 23rd, 79, ongoing investigation, national security involved. And here I give information, and I won't get it on this tape. But anyway, they spent 20 minutes telling me they couldn't see me now after telling me to come down. They told me they could only spend time and see VIPs or heads of state. Well, what did they just tell me? I'm a head of state. And then I find out in 83 that I was kidnapped. I'm Margaret Windsor, Queen Victoria II, heir to the British crown. My father's Edward VIII, illegally taken out. It's the treaties that were signed illegally, given the United States, who came as friends, and they're not. Too bad, Cruz and all of you, that we couldn't support our borders. Great Britain couldn't. And they kidnapped the monarch, and I'm hostage here. Tortured. Don't tell me you don't torture. My sons, Mark and Scott, I don't know where they are. You tortured the hell out of us. My mom and dad. My mom's Claudia Ruth O'Keefe. My dad never married this American spy. Yet nobody seems to want to correct history. Now then, what I wanted to go to, Larry Flynt furnished me a car. I've never seen him since. And I was in Grottoes in 84. And this is when I ran here. And the endorsement, I've just dropped my book. Because I'm in a living hell. It's never been anything else. So I don't have someone to help me with put things together. It's from memory. Thank God I've got some of it back. I hope I'm able to keep it. Okay, then in Grottoes, I had the Hustler car. All of it's been like ludicrous, just like I'm getting to. The agent came in, I'm pumping gas, and the Hustler car, the Aries, is parked out back because I don't have gas. I mean, if you don't laugh, you'd scream. Who could put this together? Maybe God did, I don't know. Somebody get mad at me for that, won't they? Saying God put some. How do you know he didn't? I mean, you're going on his word. Oh, I'll get it from this one. Who told you that God loves you and tells the truth? He did. You're counting on his word. And what if part of this, you thought it was an April Fool joke to do all this to me, America and the Jews and the Kennedys? What if that's a joke? I'm going to leave it at that, okay? So, I'm in Grottoes pumping gas, and Noe is his agent that's supposed to be retired. He comes in, and he come in often. I pump his gas, and he said to me, they've made it, meaning the FBI, so ludicrous. Everybody knows you're telling the truth. It gives them a chance to help her walk away. Well, they couldn't walk fast enough, you know. So anyway, I remembered after a while of seeing him in a photograph with my husband when they worked for Brown Engineering. He's an FBI agent. He is, and his wife worked for FBI director, in the office, personnel office. She didn't work for him, I don't guess, but she worked downtown D.C. in the personnel office. Now, this is Noe's wife, Noe, N-O-E. So, well, that's his real name. But then I'm trying to think, okay, I won't get this on. I ended up in Roanoke, no car, no nothing, no money, can't get a job on the side of the road and street, and lived on the Appalachian Trail off Mountain Pass Road and traveled up and down to Cornelius and down back up to across 220 Delville up to Lambert's Meadow, etc. So it was rough, starving, freezing, nobody helped me. In fact, it was the other way around. So I went, I'm trying to think of the year, I had contacted, and I can't get his name, I can't even Google. I know his name was James, so that must have been his first name. He was U.S. Congressman from Virginia, and he was coming out of the Pop Federal Building with FBI, and I walked up to him, and it's almost like he knew it was coming. He had a Roanoke Times paper. It was published back then by locals. people.